Yeah, that's fine, Daddy. Nah, mics are back on. They should be working.
My guy.
Working, man. What's up, Rob? We're back.
I'm back. You been here. What's up, world? I'm back. I'm back. Girl, love, man. The Manuscript.
Yeah,
Rob
man.
Hegan.
Let me see. Hold on, I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Hegan.
Yeah, man. Hopefully,
Don't let me get any lower in this
sound
chair.
very,
Yeah, actually, I haven't checked, but
well, it's
should.
up there. We've done some shows where the audio was spotty and we got through it.
As always, man, we always get through it. We got through a lot. Getting through a lot.
You heard?
Let me lower this a bit more. Yeah, man, we here, man. So it's definitely earlier than usual.
Yeah. Holidays, yeah.
But yeah, it's the holidays, man. It's the holidays, and even a blessing that we were able to just get together again. I think anytime that we can get together is good. I know I'm off for a few days, so I do hope to take advantage of the time off again to just visit people. I feel like I'm jumping right into it and talking, man. How we feeling, man? Please do. Yeah.
Please do.
Please, nah, man.
I'm
It's been a
next.
while. Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Say I'm next, man. Hold on. Where are we all at, man? Hold on.
I haven't been for a while. Let me see. Shit. I got some shit got my chest. Nah, man.
Wait, hold on. Is my circle
Yeah,
bigger than yours?
I mean, now you have more friends than I haven't been speaking to a lot of people for like 3-4 years.
No, I'm talking about this circle right here.
Man. I know.
This circle right here.
Nah, your circle could be.
This circle could be. I just got too many things here. All right. What stuff I'm not using? I'm not using this, but anyway, yeah, man. So how we feeling? I think.
Man.
Somewhere in the yellow for
We can't
me.
show y'all the brand, but feeling good with this drink right here. This nice little cran apple
Yeah.
heirloom that Albie put me on to. Shout out to that. You guys should check that out. That's delicious. So that's got me feeling refreshed, but that's not really a feeling on the board.
I think it might be. It might be.
Refreshed.
It might be one. So let's see. Refresh might be on there somewhere. But so you would probably somewhere yellow, man.
Yeah.
Yellow.
joyous.
Yeah, man.
And it's funny because it got nothing to do with the holiday spirit, really. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't credit it to that. Man, because every time I got out there to shop, I did not feel happy. I was just like.
That's the hard part about shopping, man, and having. Yeah.
And then having too many things and having to from New York, you gotta get on the subway, man, and then the floor be wet now. It's just like terrible.
Because
I
we
want my
got the
stuff to
snow,
touch the
man.
floor, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about a drought, right? Let's talk about a drought that we had recently in New York City to then like all of a sudden there is no drought. There's freaking rain, snow. Man, there's so much we haven't caught up on, man, and it's dope.
Fire even, man.
Yeah.
Yo, R.I.P. to that woman that we gotta search
Yeah.
that. We gotta put it on. There's that bad news about that woman who was harmed on the train. But we'll get into that later.
So I think it's safe to say we probably will have space to do one more live before the year end. Would you say? I mean, next week. Yeah. Next week Monday would make it the 30th. I mean,
Gang. Yeah, we
so
can do one more.
hopefully that would be great to have. So we could, because what I would like to do would be
Still
dope.
have the 31st too in that month, so. Oh well, the 31st is New Year's Eve.
Yeah. The 30th. It will be the 30th next week. Yeah. Well, what I'm just thinking is it'll be cool because we started like in April, man. So like to do a recap of, or March. I think March might have been March or April. One of those. It's definitely early in the year. So we're coming up on the year actually pretty quickly. So it'll be cool to do already I don't know, a year recap, highlight and stuff of the year, stuff that we're grateful for.
And I hope y'all
New Year's
recap
style.
too and watch those videos. Pick up those views, man. Love to that. We'll have more coming for y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
As
And
long as y'all want to see it, we'll keep doing it, that shit. But we all doing it for ourselves.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like it.
really much.
I keep
Well,
it
because
honest,
yeah,
you
and
know,
also
at this point,
well, I also know that like what folks enjoy is the music stuff. So we hear that, we see that. I think people at the 80th Productions, you know, folks who come to the page, I could tell they want that. They want to hear more of Rob Hegan. They want to hear the beats. They want to hear even Mayflowers. You know, I think that's.
Yeah.
I could tell. You know what I mean. Whenever we done the music stuff live, whether we gone on beats or I've, I was able, I was able to get on last week, thankfully, and I saw the traction. Like I think people were interested in our talent and what we can do with this music. So be on the lookout for more of that. That is definitely coming for next year. I think. We do a lot of prepping here, and so thankfully we have a chance to. We've had a chance to even do this, coming up on a year consistently. So now the next step is to showcase what else the 80th has. I think, and that's speaking through our music.
Shout it out.
Man.
We got a project that he's been working
Oh
on.
yeah,
It's gonna be
definitely.
a beautiful first step. A nice one.
Yeah, so tune in for that actually because there's a couple of started a new playlist on the 80th showcasing the process. So it's like any viewer, you can see that I'm just a regular person, man, trying to make something of a project out of this music that I have. So if you're interested, definitely follow along. It'll be there. So tune in for that. So I already did like a live last week based on the album.
So what
I showed the album cover. Showed some of the beats already that I'm working on them. And then the next step is the next few lives will probably will be me showing like me literally signing up for like the distribution. So you'll see what distribution I'm using. You know what I mean? Because I think definitely for a lot of people making a career and trying to figure out how to like protect themselves and do this, there is a process. Unfortunately, it is a business.
Nobody's there to just tell
it's good. It's good to it's a business. It's a business at the end of the day. So I want to make sure that if my work is whether it's just not stolen at the end of the day. That if my beat is gonna be recognized, I think my music. The worst thing I would want is somebody else to take it and then like have a hit song and flip it and like it's totally what I didn't intend to with my music and my art. So.
Or at least just have the I'm always like I just would like to have the conversation, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, if something I made on my own made you feel something on your own, I think only right is we come together and then deliver it to the world, like
instead of it being ripped off, man. But
in any capacity, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't gotta be like what anybody else experience or thinks it is. We, to both of our comfort zones. Because I realize a lot of times, like when I was recording, like I do lay better tracks when I'm recording alone, like on my own. I could get more experimental. I don't know why it is. I just think I think I'm too conscious of the environment and the room, and then I want to get people's opinions rather than just sticking to my own.
And flowing, yeah.
Just a love to that.
No, I feel that. I mean, I think the same happens to a lot. Well, maybe not to many musicians.
From seeing that process you do.
Yeah, I think I've had those moments in the studio where it's like, oh, what beat you got? And I'm like,
Right. Or you can't just let the beat play. I would try to let the beat play without explaining, like, so I'm still working on this section right here.
Yeah. It's a lot of prep days, so I've been there.
I really like this drum pad.
I've been there, man. So, but that music, that's all gonna be here. I know Rob, I know there's more work out for Mayflowers, so there's stuff that we're gonna bring and you're gonna see to the channel for sure, the music stuff, and of course the Manuscript, which is here where we just talk more openly about things that have been happening in our lives as men, talking about these issues. And I know you got one for me which I didn't hear about. I'm definitely interested in, so I'm gonna pull it up in a second.
Before we get into that's such a serious thing that I would say, like, I might even start gaming with y'all. You know what I mean? Gotta have gaming videos of my own next year.
Hey man, 2K is very big, so I don't know, you are 2K.
I am 2K.
You're big on 2K, so
basketball, really, not just 2K.
Right. So there's a lot there that could be done. I know there's a lot of interest.
You've been tapping into that market, and they love to watch those videos too.
Oh yeah. I see that the interest in that. But it's stuff that we do love to do, and also are thankfully build the talent and a skill for. It's not just like, especially when it comes to again the music that we have. So, so you say you have some news for me. I'm trying to think. Usually,
did you never say how you felt? Did you say how you felt?
Oh, I'm kind of like on the yellow. Where's the yellow? So I am grateful. Loving, thankful, because I'm thinking about the again the end of the year. I am definitely do think I'm still blue many sides. Let me see if there's a word to kind of describe it here specifically, but Definitely in the blue.
For more than one
Purple,
reason.
purple. You know, I see the word shocked here.
Mm.
Um, and I guess I'm definitely in. What is this? Orange? I guess gold.
Mustard.
Is that the door?
Mustard.
Mustard. We're gonna put a pause there, but wow.
On that note, right?
Yeah. Mustard. All right, so we're trying to set up something differently. Rob had to go get the door, so let's see. I'm trying to set up now. So I somewhere in the gold area, I would say, and that's fearful. So the reason why I'm fearful, I was saying, the reason why fear is coming up. Well, fearful is one of the words and emotions there. I think. I gotta pull it back up. I don't have it here. But one of the words on the extension of fear that stood out to me is vulnerable. Man, there was another one I might have to hop back on this phone. Let's see.
Nobody, but I ended up just taking the trash that was on the.
Oh, thank you.
Look, it's the little kid. So, yo, what a little fucking bugger, bro. I don't know what's even going. I walk by, so I'll come out. And they all look like little kids that, like, oh shit, it came act natural. And I'm laughing because I'm just smiling. I know it has to be out. Trash. Throw out the trash. And there's a little girl that's. And they trying to look normal, but why when I'm walking back and right before I turn the corner, the little kid's like he's looking at me, and look, man, like he's smiling, like he got away with it, like I don't know it was you. Yeah, he
That's
looked
mad
like
funny.
Joey
Okay,
almost.
yeah.
So funny.
New York, man, you gotta love it. Let me see.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, so
we
that
got
works
live.
right there. All right. No, we're still live, but I was just setting it up so, like, in case,
Love.
I'll just do like that, like, in case you have to go.
Yeah.
Trying to be quicker with it with this production stuff, man. But sometimes I have to move some things around and prep. That was pretty funny. That's a good in true holiday spirit, man. You got the children playing in the hallway, knocking on people's doors, and making them think it's somebody and it's not.
That's hilarious.
But we used to run. They kind of bold if they just stood right there.
Bold, bro. Bold.
It's like you not know it's one of you.
He probably live right across the door. Like he's probably the next one across. Like that.
Like you want me to say something to you?
Yeah, it's like I could say like I don't get it. I didn't get it, but it was just cute because, bro, he couldn't help his little face. He was looking at and then he's like this, guys. And I'm just like, what? Like I was like, he thinks he got away. Yeah. But I know it's you. It's just there's nothing.
Oh my god, that's
nothing to do here. You're just ringing a bell, buddy. But he just is so mischievous. That was funny.
Yeah, man. So as far as let's get into some news. I know you have one that's probably tougher, but before we get to the tough news, before we get to the real tough news, you can save that for a little later. I was thinking, it's been a while since we got on, but there's been so much stuff that happened since like the biggest thing was like this allegation against Jay-Z and him all of a sudden, like these stories you heard about that.
They've mentioned it since Diddy, and we was on. Like,
no, there was a recent someone filed a lawsuit against Jay-Z alleging that he had sexually assaulted a minor or something like that in an after party of Diddy, and but this back in the 90s, and then Jay put out a statement.
I did not hear this.
He put out a statement, basically, I guess, he's like saying like this is false. They're after me, like this bullshit, and they were gonna fight and go to court. Yeah, this happened like this was big news maybe close to a month now, but it was sometime when I was in out DR or something. Wow. Yeah, man. And it's been very interesting because I was like, damn, here again another power again from.
Powerhouse guy. My mic is on? My mic is back?
Yeah, I should have it up high.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. I am.
Yeah. So I think the shocking thing for me, again, not the shocking thing, but it's just it becomes, again, to me it was like one of those, like, I took a deep sigh of like, well, what did we expect in a way, because he's been linked to this person, other powerful person that just
Oh
got
wow.
right. And I mean, some folks have made reference to like, okay, but it's the music industry, so you could be at a party and then leave, and so that's not to say Jay-Z used to really indulge in none of that,
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, now I
right?
recall something circulating where they
Uh,
put out one of his verses, and it did have some suspect words in there, like.
So then it's like, damn. Again, these powerful men who, like, again, I remember being a teen, looking up to them, being like, yo, it would be cool to, like, what is it like to be like this person? So much power, so much, like, as trying to be like them in a way, and then it's like you really find out that they could really be horrible people. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, is that same story over and over again? Because again, I don't know if it's true or not. So this is not about like what do I think or not. It's just that it just sucks to even hear this news again even come up, and
Yeah.
even the fact that there could be the possibility, right?
Yeah,
There's
for sure.
there's stuff that we could read into the music that could even give us the inkling that, like, you might have did it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And just even sad that that's even gone there. But it's like, how many?
yeah.
It's like, fuck. Like, how many men, bro? How many men we gonna keep hearing this? Like, is there one of them at least that could, like, not even be that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hope that's why I say, yo, make us famous, y'all. So it could be us. Shit.
You know.
it would be us.
Um,
The funny thing is that, see, what brings me, not to cut you off, bro, is just that was in the culture. So like that's why it was, you know what I'm saying, it was accepted, and that's why I don't like to just get mad at these two, Jay-Z and Diddy. There's a lot bigger, higher ups before, if we go back, but before they had power, you know what I'm saying? Like they were groomed and into thinking this was okay too. Now you're just closing the door on them. I'm not. That's some the reverse psychology shit, bro,
Yeah.
where it's fucked up. Where then we turn on them, and they just got into the. You know, what I mean? It's weird shit, bro. So for
definitely
me,
a lot of that
again,
weird
is what
energy
we would
going
always
on.
talk about,
Yeah.
like how do we help, just in general. Like, see, now if I'm too, now I can't get my mind and spirit wrapped around the persecution of this person, right? And whatever I gotta do to get them to understand and change. I gotta figure out, like we always talked about last time, rehabilitation, and
Yeah.
that takes work.
Work.
And there's love in that.
Yeah.
That's why it begins with what they call it when it be like the ambush, when you walk into a thing and it's like those we had to call
Okay.
not like an emergency meeting when they, I mean, like if you were AA, you're alcoholic, and they did a
Intervention.
Right?
Yeah.
and then your family's there, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, but there's love in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
we have to have an intervention with Hollywood.
A cleanse, if you will,
Feel me?
man.
Like-
It's like a cleanse, because
It's terrible.
yeah, the culture has. If you do look back, yeah, the culture of Hollywood and even the music industry.
It's in the songs. It ain't. I'm like, how can I get
It's
mad at
not a
anybody
good one.
besides
It's
everybody
not a
who had
good
to
one. Yeah.
clear this?
Yeah.
And the irony that at the same time, but yeah, we were so young to not grasp news.
Right.
Eminem's coming up, and he's coming up, and he's like, yeah, they trying to censor me, but then they won't censor him. Jay-Z gets through to say like, oh, she's, you know, I forgot the lyrics, but he was being clever by announcing that she just turned 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of his lyrics, and it's like,
Yeah.
but you was my age maybe, right? Like he's like right now, like if I got
Probably.
famous,
Yeah.
oh god,
No, that's a point in terms of the culture that existed for a while, where like it was pretty normalized for grown men to be after like really younger, and I'm talking 18, 17, 20-year-old women when they're like in their 30s.
I don't want to lie
And so
to the
we're
men out there to say that I don't see the physical appeal, but that's something still that is not to be. It's self-control. It's not that you. It just doesn't. It's an excuse. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the mindset of it, because half the time the mindset is that like they're easier to mold and manipulate, and I think so. I think even the thinking behind being with a younger woman is not a good one.
yeah, that's not
not a
healthy.
good one, and it's basically
to be
not
honest
healthy
to
at all,
them,
But
that is
it's
not
like
a-
that's at least the thinking I've heard, the logic I've heard behind the point of getting with a younger woman.
But
and why
I
it's
don't
so
see how. I
normalized.
feel like that would get annoying to me. Like, see, this is why I don't know if it's a maturation of the mind within the men.
Yeah,
Because
I think it's both.
for
It could
me,
be,
I
yeah.
would want to deal with molding anyone. Like, you mold yourself, because I could try to mold you, and even when it happened to me, people trying to mold me, you're gonna get upset because I'm a spirit that's supposed to mold myself. So, and everybody's supposed to mold themselves. Even if I try to mold you, it won't happen. We're gonna bicker and butt heads until one of us submits. And I was like, that's not what a relationship is.
Yeah.
It's that, let's be honest
It's
with
a
it.
partnership, yeah.
You feel me? Like, that's just as a man to man. I'm like, yo, but bro, don't. And I'm sure I'm gonna say, if it gets annoying, he'd be like, hell yeah, bitches, you know, we getting arguments. It's like, yeah, so then, so what are we saying now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you believe
It's
is
a-
out there for you, really,
Yeah.
bro? I don't really think me right now at this point. I don't think there should be ever an argument that I'm, at 35, getting into a relationship. We could have disagreements.
Yeah.
Which
Which is an argument, you know what I mean? I think there should,
arguments
should be
for
no
me are
conflict.
more
There should be no
like
conflict,
when
really.
there's
Yeah, I
when
think
there's
the
unresolved
conflict. Yeah.
That's
So I
when it's
think-
like, I think arguments stem from.
But you're right in terms of, like, a lot of us still, I think, looking at relationships the wrong way, right? Not missing the piece that is, like, is a partnership, and to some degree is about accepting who you're with, and, like, if there are goals that you have that align with each other, that, like, I'm trying to lose some weight, you're trying to lose some weight, like, okay, so then we could build goals around it. But not for me, like, that's my goal, and you're not trying to live that lifestyle. Now I'm trying to force dieting on you, and always judging you for not eating or whatever, having an extra soda, or judging you for having an extra burger. But it's like, but that's my lifestyle.
Right.
I want to be healthy, and I want to not eat those things, but I can't force that on you. That has to come. 'Cause I'm trying to make that my, like you said, right?
You got me thinking about the other flip
I'm
side.
trying to mold
There's a
myself
flip
into
side.
that, and that's what I'm saying. But we could talk health, but, like, if their version of healthy is, like, going from 2 sodas to 1, and your version of healthy is no soda, that's what I'm saying, then you're gonna always clash, because now you're gonna
Yeah,
be
no,
like,
I agree with you.
but
I
it's
have
like,
a question for you.
find
If you've
yourself
ever,
a partner
if you ever experienced
that,
this,
like,
because you took me to a place where I see that relationship, and I've experienced another space where it gets me uncomfortable now, where, like, but it's weird because I'm trying to check myself to see, because, so hypothetically, right, like in what you're saying, excuse me, you work out, person sees you that you work out, now they want to work out, but it's not that you force them, but now they see you working out, they want to work out. I've gotten to a place where sometimes that's a little bit of a red flag for me too, because they only then work out because of you, right? Or they can only work out with you.
well,
Yeah,
hopefully
it's
they're
only-
inspired by you.
That's
You would,
not- that's a
you would hope
difference,
it's
right.
inspiration,
And it can
not
start
like,
that
I'm
way.
only doing it because it's you. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I don't know if
'Cause that's-
if the mind is conscious of that. You know what I'm saying? Of when it becomes, you're right. You know what I'm saying? When it can become your own.
Yeah.
Like
well,
and I
you say in the consistency, right? Like,
right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right,
Because
right,
we're
the
gonna
cycle.
do it. Because that's why I don't like when people are like, oh, if I had money, I'd do X, Y, Z. It's like, bro, you gotta do it right now. If I had money, I would, like, be more organized. You go organize yourself right now. If I had more
and
money,
if you organize yourself, you could save to then do that.
if I had more money,
And say, when
you know
I
what
get that
mean?
money-
like, etc. Like, no, if I've been in the studio more often. Like, you could, like, what are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah.
in the studio. Oh, how can you make, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I look at it similarly, right? It's like, you can't let it be so, like, yeah. And you're right. I've seen that as well. You do things because of your partner.
That's
not
been stifling
not
me.
because you're inspired by your partner to do it, but you're doing it because they're doing it, and maybe you don't want to low key look away because, like, damn, you're working out all the time and I'm not. So, it becomes a competition low key instead of, like, again, you're inspired.
Right, and
by
then
me.
when you don't do it, you think that. See, so it's been happening to me. That has been like, and I've been like going back and forth, trying to just, like, see, like, fuck it. If I don't have the answer, then I can try. I'll just follow my spirit and see where it goes, and you know what I'm saying. We'll see what happens. I'll try different things. Like, this time I'll say, yeah, we can do that together, and another time I'll be like, nah, you know what? I really kind of just want to do this alone today. You know what I mean? And then let them know, like, you could, and then see if they do it on their own type shit.
Right.
Because I do know that is also how you build relationships, though. You do things together. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely, yeah.
Like, we make music apart from this, but imagine if I only came and rapped with you. Like, that's a lot. There's a weird thing there. Like, so I've been, it's been a struggle for me. that building relationships with people when I want to see, like, I don't see it as a compliment. You're like, oh, you're so healthy. I gotta start eating healthy. You should teach me something.
Yeah.
And
And that's how like sometimes again you can only that's what
it
you
sounds cute, but now
you
it sounds
give the
like
people.
game. It sounds
Well,
like game
hopefully
now.
it's not. Hopefully it's not. I mean, I don't want to encourage people to test other people, but I
Not
think
test. It's not even test.
I
It's just
think
they be acting like
no, I'm saying like
you know,
if
you're
he
so
yeah,
intelligent.
like how
Teach
could
me
you tell,
something. How
right?
you do that?
Yeah. Like
What
how
you
could you
get?
tell? Like how could you tell someone's being genuine in it? But only you give it a chance, though, you know.
In this
And
day
then
and age,
like
it's tricky for me.
and then be consistent yourself. But all in all, I think
Oh,
definitely
love,
back to
of
like
course.
your point of we as men we got to be careful to not get stuck in that, right? Believing that it's like is a power and control pull situation with these things. And even when it comes to like now, I think for the holidays as a gift giving thing, I think we put ourselves through a lot of pressure. I think we could spend more time being more thoughtful about gifts and ways that we could just show up and be present. I do always hope that men do show up in other ways that it's not like just like money, because I think that's
So
what.
this is your gift that I showed up.
Yeah,
Imagine.
that's
I'm
good.
fucking
That's a good one. Listen, because right, time spent is also
I'm so
we do
stupid.
take it for granted, right? The time spent with other people.
Yeah,
I think that's why I'm probably still in the yellow part. Like yellow's a little on the fearful end, but because inside of fearful there's a inadequate, insecure. Um, just because I think because of life circumstances too, So like it really is that. So I think for and even I'm speaking to myself, obviously. Like there's many times we talk here, and it's like if I'm saying something, I'm also talking to myself. So like I do see that as men, we put ourselves. Oh, the TV's about to. Is it remote behind you? Yep, because of that. That or just turn it off.
Okay.
Thank you. That like it's a material. There you go. I was thinking every holiday becomes a material thing for us when it's like how can we be more of a communal like bring that more. I would like to see that more. Be more giving. Be more thoughtful. That's why I do appreciate that. Like I'm hearing stories recently of some of the men in my family showing up for people, like my brother helping out, my sister staying there for a couple of days, which he hasn't done really, and just helping her out. Another one of our cousins dressed up as a Grinch to go read books to the kids during a day.
I was wondering who that was.
So
that's cool.
Yeah. So and then just on top of that, I'm drawing a blank right now. That's why I could have been a little more prepared. But I was seeing some stuff.
Great.
I want to see some stuff on social media where like I seen men doing some pretty cool stuff for their community. So. And of course, the countless others of men who are like getting up to do like food drives, getting up to do food giveaway, turkey,
everything.
food giveaways, sneaker giveaways. There's a lot of that going on for Christmas. So there is a lot of stuff that's happening as far as like men showing up in communities outside from like just themselves. So I think that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah, love to that. Man.
And then of course we want to keep bringing that kind of spirit forward because I see it, man. Again, how the younger folks need that. Everyone really do, adults, but definitely for the next generation, I think that's going to be very important, man.
Just to tap onto that note real quick, y'all. Like, I feel like us as Americans, I speak to y'all and I look directly at you, and you can say that you have a few things to give away. We have a lot of excess. Think about, just for a day, a few hours, if you can just gather things that are just cluttered out of the way.
Yeah.
There are so many people who need things, especially clothes, things that they could keep them warm. I just encourage you. It's not like anything like to chastise you for not doing it. It's just also gonna benefit you actually when it's like, oh shoot, I didn't think about that. All this stuff I have. There are people out there freezing. They need it. There's so many places to give at this time in the holiday season. So just think about that, and love to you, man.
Yeah, it's a quick Google search. And again, there was an app, the Buy Nothing app, which again, utilize it, Buy Nothing. That's one of my colleagues brought it up, and I think it's very dope. I utilized it. People are pretty much as a community of folks exchanging things as well online. So if you're somebody that is kind of like, how do I do it? Where do I start giving stuff away? Not only are they, at least if you're in New York City, there's donation bins across like gas stations you can find here, but there's also apps. So Buy Nothing is one of those ways that people are posting stuff that they don't need, and it's like just available for pickup. I put up my knee scooter. You remember I was thinking of selling it, but I'm like, no, let me just give it away. That's a medical item. I'm not using it. knock on wood, no one else needs it like in such a way. Because honestly, that's such an odd thing to get.
So
For such
so
an
far,
injury.
but you weren't. I
You
don't know if
know?
you were with Kim K when she got hurt, but she's been on that knee thing too. You know that, right?
The scooter.
Yeah, she was on the scooter.
But she
The
tore her
same shit.
ACL, some
Same shit,
Achilles.
bro.
What?
So she needed it
Anyway,
recently.
she needed it. There you go. She could have borrowed mine
called
for free.
you.
Yeah.
Got you, Kim.
So yeah, so buy nothing, you put stuff up, even something like that, man, to where you were talking about, right? Like just gather some things. I know I'm doing that again. I'm off for a few days. It's Monday, so someday after the Christmas, I plan to like dig in to start cleaning, getting ready for the winter for real, and the new year. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pull out tons of items that I'm like, I don't need this. I haven't used this in a long time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, bro.
I gotta prep for that. Yeah.
I love. You was about to effortlessly get into something else, I believe.
No, well, the news. So as far as like news, how much time we got? Wow, already 36 minutes. Okay. We'll leave. We could keep going running through like the news that we've seen. I went through the Jay-Z one. That was one of the biggest ones I think for this year. Then let me see if there was anything else. No, that was like the biggest one that I think that I want to get into, which we'll probably continue elaborating on as well. Oh, I will say I will put on like someone did this video. I gotta give him a shout out because it was pretty awesome actually.
Love.
FD Signifier, which he probably doesn't need any introduction, but for anybody who listens to us and is not aware, let me fix my camera a little bit. FD Signifier is a content creator, but he's also he just writes amazing essays. He calls them video essays. So he wrote one on Diddy. He did one on Diddy, which I think I would encourage folks to go check it out because he killed that one. He definitely did. It's this one here. It's bigger than Diddy. And he does a huge breakdown of like where Diddy comes from, like a little background on Diddy.
His parents too, right? I heard there's something about his parents.
I don't know if he gets too deep, but it's a pretty dope breakdown, man. It's a pretty dope breakdown. Let me see. I forgot what was it. Is it browser? Okay, see. Good thing I did that because I don't even know.
I know the government got that name flagged as soon as you say Diddy they alert.
For real?
I'm just assuming like everybody talking about Diddy. Anybody, I just want all information on it. Even confiscate the baby oil. I don't care. I want everything.
Yeah, that was a little crazy that they did all that, man. Everything he owns, he said, let me get the baby oil.
You feel me? Wait, it's true too. You know what? That was probably just a personal request. Because when I think about it, I never see Sean like ashy. Like he was like, look, like, even in that little still right there, that boy look like he's like, look, well moisturized. There's a lot of baby oil right there.
He said a lot of baby oil right
there. We be thinking that was probably some like criminal shit, but that was probably just a personal request. Like, he's getting treated well. All that baby oil is in his commissary.
Listen, I think that shit was the stupidest joke, man. I still can't believe that even happened.
Yeah, bro. Like,
but
we
this
really
is
here.
this.
Mr. Bitch Assness is locked up with thousands of baby oil.
So this right here, man, this video essay, man, I definitely recommend folks check it out. He breaks it down. He goes deep into like again some of the history of hip hop. He talks about the story. It's pretty dope, man. That's one of the things that stood out to me recently that I was like pretty excited about. And of course, the music stuff is something I'm always excited about now. But as far as the news, again, as far as like Manhood, that is the biggest news. Oh, we did do
music. You're talking about Kendrick.
Kendrick dropped GNX, man. That was another one which we definitely dove into the beef in a couple of our lives in the past.
Basically,
I think in November.
What beef?
Yeah,
it's over.
yeah.
But when Drake says that his next tape is gonna be with Party Next Door, there's no beef.
Yeah.
There's no beef. I was like, yo, bro, it's so funny.
I'm gonna go make R&B music.
In my heart,
I think I'm gonna
like,
go sit over here and make R&B music.
I swear, bro, I never said it out loud, but in my heart of hearts, I just knew like that's the only way he could have like done anything next without laying off any time. Like,
oh yeah,
his Party Next Door. It's funny because your brother RBI, he was just talking about how PND was like, that's a mood setter. Like that's valid anywhere you go.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like, love to them, bro.
and then he said, "Let me go chill over here and do chill music now."
And he's chilling. Wow, he gonna be perfectly fine,
Yeah.
man.
But
Right
that
back
was a
into his
dope. That was a
lane.
dope album though that he
Kendrick
dropped.
solidified his greatness.
Yeah.
Drake,
I liked it, man.
he
I like
pushed-
the grooves. People, I saw it got mixed reviews. People were trying to hate on it, but
Do you have
I
a
liked
favorite
it.
track? Or
uh,
just something that, like, not that gotta be considered favorite. It's just it's on loop. Where you fucking
the
with
last track,
it. That's not Gloria. Is
Gloria.
It?
Yeah.
Is it?
The last track, I did like Whacked Out Murals.
Yeah, that's a great start, bro. That
TV off, I couldn't get into because I'm like, this is like an extension of Not Like Us.
Kind
In
of,
a
yeah, it's true.
way,
It is,
so
it
I'm
is.
like, it almost rings. I don't know. So when I hear it, I got the not. So I'm like,
like an encore kind of. Actually, it's funny if you think about it, because
Yeah.
that was in the beginning, then TV off is up towards the bottom, so it's almost like
but with the same kind of like sample, the way
Yeah,
the samples
yeah.
used, similar bounce. So I mean, it's all vibe, like again, but that one just in particular, I was like, man, I could do without that one. But
the first one
Do you
that
like
hit me
anyone?
was Luther.
Luther, oh, that was fire too. And I like the Luther Vandross
Because I was so
sample,
curious,
too.
like, why he called it Luther? man?
Yeah, it does have a Luther Vandross sample,
And that was
which is
exactly,
kind of
yeah.
crazy.
It was just
yeah.
very simple. I was like, damn.
But it could have been,
That's
you
so
know.
fire. Like, just
Yeah.
call it Luther. And, like, lowercase L, I think, too. Like, I think, like, it's just a small attention to detail. I'm like, And I don't know what he means by he says Roman numeral 7. Roman numeral 7, babe. Drop it like it's hot. I was like, I don't be knowing what these motherfuckers say, but yo, it's the melody, man.
Yeah, man.
If this world were mine.
He definitely did it. He used the Spanish samples and
Yeah, right.
oh man, it was definitely a dope drop. I mean,
Dun,
for hip hop, yep.
Very dramatic.
Dropping music, man. Hey
Yeah.
man, I might play that later too again. He just reminded me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and play that.
For me, it's
just 'cause you
Luther
said it,
and
Luther.
then Reincarnated.
Reincarnated.
Just
Reincarnated.
obviously, man,
Yeah.
that beat, oof. And then I'm like, damn, you're right. That is such a like easily Tupac beat. And then for him to come in like just that same flow. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah,
And
man.
I was doing, somebody had deciphered and trying to figure out. He was like, so it's called Reincarnated. And at the last verse, he's talking about himself. But within the first, and there's 3 verses. Within the first 2, he's kind of what it feels like, and this is my interpretation, like he's referring to himself, like as he sees himself in those people. And he goes, I guess, through years. So like this first artist, like probably existing in like 1940, 50, became this R&B thing and did this and that,
I was
lost.
like, he was like going through artists of different decades.
And just those 2, like I
Oh.
think that maybe he saw himself in, where he's like, because then he says like this first person I think died of like something about like got caught up with lust of women, lust of money, died with his money, reincarnated, and it's like, okay, boom. Then he goes, I came back as a woman in the chilling circuit, you know, singing something. Then I met somebody. They introduced me to some kind of drug, and I died with a needle in my hand, reincarnated. And then it was like, I was trying to figure out what he's saying. So he was going through their life cycle and saying how he sees himself, and now how it's almost like I came back as this artist to conquer those demons they couldn't conquer and prove it right. And I was like, woo! Fire.
Yeah, man, that boy be studying, man. That's shit.
Because everybody could kind of do that. You could
yeah.
see yourself in the artist that you love, right? And be like, well, he is older than me, and you know, passed away years before I was born, and whoa, it was crazy. But if you saw yourself in Bob Marley and whoever, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh shit.
Yeah, and he really thought about that one deep, man. But that's why I think if folks don't appreciate it, they should, because just off of the sheer, like, again, thinking about the art, sending a message, more importantly, trying to convey something versus just like, yo, put a beat on, I'm gonna say whatever's on top of my head. You know,
Right.
it's good to, like, you know, if you're thinking of your scripture and you're writer, to think through it, you know, really ask questions and then really send the message out as cleanly as possible. But man, yeah, that's why that actually has
Word,
been a
bro.
highlight to the end of the year.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
because I was in DR, I think, when he dropped it, so I was trying to hear it out. I was trying to hear it out there.
That's a vibe to be
but
playing that.
I
in
was
a-
trying to, but it wasn't the internet wasn't working too much. So
Damn.
like I was only hearing like a couple of the records like once like I heard Squabble Up, like a few of the records I was able to hear like out there, but I wasn't able to like run it through and like play the whole thing. So
I fuck with the tracks too. Like obviously Squabble Up is a given, but it's like
Yeah.
I just don't announce it. It's like not announcing Hey Ya. Hey Ya's a dope track, but it's like we're not gonna, you know.
which I found out a lot of people don't like it either. Actually, hey,
Hey Ya.
yeah, but it's a good track.
Even
It's a good
the
record.
person who made it got tired of it. But that's what I'm saying. Like
But hey, man,
we're not built for these kind of cycles, yeah.
Shake it like a
Shit.
Polaroid picture.
Word.
Oh man,
And did
was
you ever get into his what's it called? New Blue Sun?
the instrumental album?
The flutes?
I was gonna say the flute album, but nah, it's an instrumental album, man. He really tried to put it together.
Yeah.
I remember I heard a few tracks, and then
I'm jacking it.
we were playing it at the at work, like running through it. So I got to hear it in passing and also myself. But it wasn't bad. I'm like, this is very atmospheric. Like he's like this is where he's at. It kind of, you know what I'm saying? If you're paying attention, I know there's some greedy folks who probably were hoping he raps and stuff, but bro, if that's where he's at, his stage of his life, man, that's still music, you know?
I think it's bigger than the artist. That's what it clicked for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know how we hear Beyonce having issues with talking, like, you know, really getting the country music, just that whole vibe. It can't, apparently it's like not as easy to just incorporate Beyonce and see her as an artist. And she's like, bro, I'm from Texas. That's crazy, right? I feel like it was almost like, yo, can we see ourselves doing, like, I could just make an instrumental album, right? Can DMX do that if he wanted to? Right,
Yeah.
like, bro, it's
Rest in peace,
150,000.
I
That's
think,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Like, that's pretty dope. Even they love to I think RZA or one of them, RZA or Jizza, that they're doing like I think they're doing the 36 chambers, or they already did it where they made it like a symphony type shit.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah,
That's probably
bro.
RZA.
Bro.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That's dope. I always appreciate
Like,
when
I'm
that
talking
is
about
turned,
like
yeah, concert and stuff like that. Yeah.
wild, bro. Like, oof. I was like, that's fire. Can you imagine like the classics that we get?
And a symphony.
Because a lot of them in old school hip hop, we did sample a lot, so they are gonna have to get.
You know, who might surprise you that also did that was Metro Boomin.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, Metro
Oh,
Boomin.
I actually may have seen a clip of that.
He had an orchestra, play some of his music, which is pretty dope.
Fire,
He had an
bro.
orchestra, so yeah, it's fire, man. I always enjoy when producers do that. I like Just Blaze has done that in the past too. Yeah, man, music is great, man. So I was out there in DR when that came out, and yeah, I was trying to hear it because I was like in the midst of all that. I was like, yo, this is even happening. Like, this world is crazy. Since we have a chance to talk, we do know who our new president is.
Sure. Yeah, we tapped
So
in for
we definitely tapped in on that. I was trying to think of again, because how much time we got?
Well, talking about that fire album, you could get right into the fire. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You were
fire,
showing some. Let me
man.
look it up.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
so
I
let me
can't
see.
believe.
So where did this happen? This happened in.
So this happened on
Bronx?
I think it was the BDFL K line, one of those, like, you know, that's what they were showing. What? Yeah, it's in the Bronx for sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was the Bronx or the Bronx line, but definitely NYC. That whole story right there. And DK was him.
Hold on.
But it's funny too, because they be looking different, and it's like, what is going on? Like, why we keep getting these things of people harming people, and then we get one video, and then the other video, he
All right,
looks.
so what is this? Man, it's been. So when did this happen? This is on 8 hours ago.
My man, this was yesterday. I think, or the day I think it was yesterday, or the day before.
33, bro. He's younger than us.
And yeah.
Do you think it's
It's
for
the
that?
kid, it's
You
the
don't
kid.
think?
I think they know. Your mom got keys though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah. So she good.
All right, so
Yeah, so
she
yeah.
said the woman was on stationary F train
train
in Brooklyn
in
when she was
Brooklyn.
approached by a man who used a lighter to ignite her clothing, which became fully engulfed in a matter of seconds. Although officers extinguished the flames, the victim died at the scene. Damn. Officers said the woman, who they are not named, was in a subway carriage at
Okay,
about
F. Oh, that's why I thought it was
7:30 local time when the man approached her. The victim was motionless when she was set on fire, but detectives were still establishing whether or not she was asleep. We're not 100% sure. So it was on the F train in Coney Island. So it was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Describing how there was no interaction between the pair before the attack, adding that the police did not believe the two people knew each other.
Right.
What they
because
saw
she
was a
was just
person
laying
standing.
down.
What they saw was a person standing inside the train, car fully engulfed in flames.
Right. So people are saying that I think that she was like laying, that person was just laying down, and then he just walks over and lights her on fire. And I think she was probably asleep, so didn't know she was on fire until it was maybe like a little too late. But my confusion was this whole full video, bro. You should watch. One clip from far away where this guy speaking, and he says, "Oh my gosh, like it's mad weird too that he chooses to say something like my condolences, like, and it's like, nigga, do something. You right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They could do something.
it's crazy, bro. But for real, people just watching, and I'm like, and it ends up being that the person that they think lit her on fire was in the video sitting there, and the guys and I was like, wait, that person right there sitting watching them is that guy. And then he ends up going like that with like a blanket to fan the flame. It was very confusing. And I guess then he ends up leaving, and then the police end up finding him. There's a whole other video where he's just chilling in a crowded subway, and the shit stops because they suspect him, and they step into, and then they arrest him. Bro, he could have gotten away, bro, but he was, I think, mentally fucked up because he wasn't running away. He just was like chilling, sitting on the train. They end up like stopping a random train and catching him. People didn't even know what was going on the train that he got caught, because you could hear them in the back saying, "Yo, wait, chill." And I'm like, bitch, he just lit somebody on fire and watched them burn. Chill. Like, you lucky he didn't come in this motherfucker to light you up.
Yeah, it says that it says
They're explaining how he got caught, right?
yeah, when he got on the F train, the woman who had not been identified and who appeared to be homeless herself was already on it. And they rode on the same train for over an hour. According to police, the woman was sitting motionless, apparently asleep. Sheesh. This is
So we bring this up obviously because here we are as men harming women again. But I don't really just like to look at it like that, because like I was saying, it doesn't make sense. It must be some really fucking crazy mental health. Like, but you know, again, it still is about this whole. It's so interesting that, you know, mental health doesn't even. I wouldn't even. That's another excuse to say that should be the reason why we think like, oh, that's why he's no, like, society, whether you're mentally ill or not, has a history of harming women. So because it's just so out there, when you're not mentally correct, you're gonna fall into those patterns of like even doing drugs, which like call yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if life wasn't so hard and stressful, I wouldn't be smoking. I wouldn't, you know. Thank God I could stop drinking liquor. I'm not an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be shocked now thinking like, you know, it's not easy to live this life and not have a vice. One thing, whether you know, porn addict, drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Some people are gym addicts.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. And I think to your point, is because of the things that are happening around us. I mean, this is intense, man. Yeah. And I do think that, unfortunately, what we definitely are witnessing firsthand is I do still believe is the impact of COVID, man. Like the stuff that we're seeing, like this is intense. I mean, they don't even know each other. So he thought to himself, "I'm gonna light her on fire," but again, there's countless of stories, because even now when working with youth, like some of their behavior is like, it's really harmful, but you can't explain it, and it's almost like an impulse to hurt somebody without even knowing. Like, do you even know what you're doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so
the impulse
this to me is like this. So this person had problems, and he just lit another person on fire, and then they're both apparently houseless.
Yeah.
So it's like
houseless.
So there's suffering people to hurting each other, but we've seen that so many times. So of course the whole part is like, oh, we got to get rid of these crazy people. But it's like, to your point, right? It's definitely still a bigger issue, man. We're talking about mental health here. And then on top of that, these are two people. She was sleeping on the train, probably because she had to.
Yeah, they both were in dire circumstances.
So if she didn't even had to be there because she had a bed, then that wouldn't have happened to her. You know? And she would have been alert. She would have been sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You can't even light her on fire now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, But yeah, it's like, so crime is gonna be looked at, but it's like, man, is that people?
Yeah,
People need some
it is
help, man.
insensitive to it is really fucked up for any kind of media to desensitize us to make it look like it is a homelessness problem when you don't have you have no idea if that person was sleeping,
no
bro.
idea.
You don't know if that
idea.
person just became homeless off of
Yeah.
something, just a random
Yeah.
occurrence that is unfortunate
One
for them,
emergency.
and they could have been helped
Yeah.
tomorrow. But
Yeah.
now they're, you know what I'm saying?
Now
like,
there's no even no
but
chance.
because we do have a homelessness problem, and a lot of, some of them are not well, then look, they will harm each other, and so, and I wouldn't, that'd be sick, fucked up to think that this is
Right,
like
right.
about us.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's about
Our
us.
safety. Oh my God, now we're scared.
my
Now we don't want to
right.
take the train.
Oh my gosh, you
Yeah.
see, this is why I have to clean up these streets.
Yeah.
Some people probably would be so fucked up to be like, oh, 2 homeless people off the streets now. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
Because we still have this problem really badly, man. And yeah, that's why it's like important, even going back to some of the things we mentioned, we have to help each other out. There's people in need again, so that we can all do our part. We obviously, if we had millions of dollars, but we know who's hoarding that, we could change this. But like for us who can do something about it, yeah, because folks need shelter, they're cold. So any little bit helps, man. Cause that's crazy. Yeah,
Man,
I mean,
he set her on fire,
yeah,
bro.
that's crazy.
And you, I want you to see the videos, but I also don't want us to have to put it on. We'll do that
Yeah.
privately because this shit is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's
intense.
circulating
That's
and
intense.
It's like she's just right there standing, bro, burning, standing, and I'm trying to. I don't know why the mind even tries to wrap around with that. You can't. But I'm trying to understand, like, why aren't you moving? What's going on? Like, oh my God, is that what happens? I'm thinking, do you get like? Is she that like just
She could be
like
shocked.
lost? Yeah,
Yeah,
just
could be shocked.
gone. Like
Yeah.
like what? I was just like, that's terrible. That's crazy. I just couldn't believe it. And that's literally just happening in public. And someone just was to record that. That's insane. That was just wild to me, bro. I really do think we have to like really like not for real. Like if any like as just everyone universally have that as like we want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Like in the moment of conflict, check yourself when your phone gets pulled out. I think that's the best sentence. In a moment of conflict, check yourself when your phone pulls out. Because even if you're not involved, I realize in moments of conflict you're uncomfortable, so you pull out your phone, so disengage. But then now you're unaware of the moment that you're already under this. You're here.
Yeah, you're already here.
Your phone is not a real escape. So you're already here. God forbid you get hurt by anything stray because you're not paying attention. Because you don't want to be, you're not intrusive. You don't know what to say. You mind your business, blah, 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 all this bullshit.
But even just recording the process, what is that about? Because my thing is like,
yeah, that's another.
So now you're recording that. Are you trying to submit it to News 12? Or are you trying?
What was that?
You're
for?
just gonna have that video on your phone now,
Right.
and then for what?
Show my kids 20 years from now. This is what it was.
That I
going
saw
on.
somebody,
Right?
bro, like.
The fuck? Crazy, but it just that's what I was thinking. Like I'm saying, logically think about it. It doesn't make sense. Like you're here. It's like
But you don't have to. You could just tell your kids you were there and then show them the news article.
I don't even want that to be. That's what I'm saying. Let's just
You know what I'm saying? Like
just think about the world we're trying to live in, where it's like I don't want this to be remembered. Love to the spirit. Remember that person, but I don't want this to be remembered where there's people out there like where I see them in the street and they look like they struggling. They got nothing, but they hold on to the past. Yo, if it was the 90s, she would have got her shit rocked. That shit don't last. And all they talking like that. Yeah, nigga, it's not the 90s. I'm sorry, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
You mad
But
at
we
the
moved
world, you
on,
mad
yeah,
at time, you mad at
yeah.
the way science, nigga, that's it. Like
We
what you mad at?
evolve. Time's supposed to evolve us, man. Not keep
you
us,
not,
you know.
you haven't changed. Things are
Yeah.
changing. Like you want it to change. So I don't want that. I wouldn't want to record that. Be crazy. I want a world where that's to light someone on fire.
And then some people record it. I mean, you actually
It's
brought
cold,
me
my
back.
nigga, but it's not that cold, bro. You don't gotta light me on fire. Y'all better leave me the fuck alone in these
That's
streets.
crazy, man.
I mean,
Well, and
that's
that happened at
crazy.
7:30 in the morning.
You know what I
man. Like,
mean?
yeah.
What the fuck?
I do fear, for folks that I do know that take the train. I know you take the train.
I don't fall
haven't-
asleep though. Nah, I used to. I used to. You got even photos of me
Yeah.
in high school. I used to be.
Bro, I
knocked
think
out.
a lot of us used to fall asleep in the train, and it's like, nah, you really can't.
Nah.
You really can't. Now is not the time.
Not at all.
I mean, probably even back then you probably shouldn't have, but now is definitely not the time to just fall asleep on the train. You know, with
Yeah,
the stuff
no.
that's going on. I think with the amount of people, there was a video I bumped into where someone broke down the density of New York by the numbers, like approximately how many people are here on a daily basis. Not live here, but like travel here because of work. Yeah, and it's a lot, bro. We're very dense, so more than we ever been, I think. So especially when we grew up. When we grew up, the city was not as dense with people. So I think you're just
Never
bound to
thought of
run
that.
into like stuff because I mean, and even though just the way we've been affected, all these car accidents, man, it's just more cars on the street. So I thought about it and I was like, there's just more cars on the street. Like, what do we expect? You know what I'm saying? And obviously, we're not immune. So even like you made me think. I just remember that even when my uncle passed, like he had the accident. There's video because people recorded the video. People recorded. Like, there was people that pulled up. Oh, there's a car accident. So they recorded everything. I'm like, yo, nigga, there's people that need help. Because they was getting into, you know, the accident shit. But it's like, man, people really like are trying to get a moment now, or like, and it's been that way. It's been that way. So I'm not saying now.
No, I get it. Yeah.
I'm saying now, but like,
I just think it's
honestly, 10 years ago, people were still doing this kind of stuff.
we're more useless.
Yeah.
We're not helpful.
And it
to
hasn't
each
gotten
other.
any better. So now we have evidence that doesn't work. But 10 years ago already, we've had this. Yeah, because we're talking 10 years ago was 2014. In 2014, people had their phones a lot now. At that point, you could really post up.
Yeah.
Almost everybody had an iPhone already by 2014. Like, even I had converted at that point. I had an iPhone. So, you know, for 10 years now, I think people have been at this where it's like, whip out the phone to record just stuff happening around you that I'm just like, what are you going to do with that video?
Nothing.
You know, you have people suffering that you recorded because you were there, but like what? And then what? And then you're just going to have that? Look back at it. Oh, yeah, look, like you said, right?
No, she's gonna have
this
to be
person on
deleted.
fire. Look at this person.
It's gonna have to be deleted because you don't pay for your iCloud. That's me.
So it's like, you know,
Yeah,
we
man.
have to do better, man. Come on, man. We have to help. Don't worry about I don't know. I would want us to really reevaluate that. I don't know how. What's the answer?
I mean, right.
I don't know if
it'll be
people need to.
better
I don't know if people just need to hear it and hear two people saying like we need to do
Right,
better. Like
bro.
two men here saying to other men like, please, if that's you, like try to help. Do not do that. Like if you can, obviously, if a woman's on fire and you can't help because you don't have anything else, fine.
Yeah,
We're not
'cause it's
saying
not an issue of
we're not
domestic
saying be a
violence here,
superhero
right.
and get yourself hurt. I would never advocate for that. If you can seriously get yourself hurt, do not intervene under any circumstances. But like get help. Get someone who can intervene.
And yo, if it's in your spirit, then do it. Fuck it. Go out like that. God bless you. I hope nothing happens to you, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. Where like if it's in your spirit, so many times I didn't even think about the other person might have something because I'm not trying to hurt them.
Yeah.
My mind is to protect
help,
who's
yeah.
trying to get
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah.
That was it. By any means necessary. But then I could always catch myself. This shit happened with Susio, where it's like I'm trying to protect him, but then now I'm getting hit, but I know what I'm supposed to do. And then the minute I think about myself and how they hit me, now I'm thinking about I just lost track of what the purpose was why I even got involved in the first place. So just keep mind of like, right, it's not about you. Sometimes your pride and ego gets into play, and that shit gets hard.
Yeah.
I
But
saw
when
some lady
intervene-
coming off the train, bro, random shit. She coming off and she talking shit about what she just experienced up there. And it's so funny because she was like, yeah, and he think he funny as shit. Want to talk about you enjoy your Christmas. You go and have a nice day. I was like, you go and tell your daughter to suck more fucking dick, nigga. You want to be funny and shit like that. Don't be fake to me, bitch. I was like, what? Yo. Dead ass, bro. Dead ass.
part where you gotta be like,
I'm waiting. I'm like,
kind of love New York.
waiting for
Mad cold.
the bus.
Yeah.
And she walking by me saying that. I was like, yo.
Some people just having tense days, man. And a lot of us are having a lot of that to end the year,
Yo,
man.
bro, I thought about how, you know how stupid.
That's
and
New York
I'll be
aggressive.
so angry if
That's
I'm on
New
the
York
train. Like, yeah,
aggressive.
you have a nice day. You take care. Merry Christmas. Love to you. And she said that to me.
Yeah.
I like.
And you say, your daughter can suck, man. What?
Oh man. Everybody look at me. Like, she got me. She good.
Yeah, she definitely got you.
Motherfucker.
Oh, man. Oh, dog, New
You wanna be
Yorkers, man.
faking shit.
You gotta love New Yorkers.
I was like, damn, maybe he's fake,
Listen,
but he's
too much-
nice. Like,
Maybe he's fake, but he's nice.
God damn, like you said
Nah,
something.
we gotta
you
know the whole
involved his
story.
daughter.
We gotta know the whole story, man. He must have
Right.
done some wild stuff.
He was wild. That's
Usually
crazy.
doesn't happen.
I was like, what
But-
if his daughter wasn't even there? Like, if he even have a daughter, I'd have been mad. Like,
Yeah, that's actually true.
you know what
But
I mean?
hey, whatever it says, whatever,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever to get you right in the gut,
Then if
man.
not, she not
Give you a
right,
gut,
but now
gut
if
punch.
maybe she know he has a daughter, then the daughter was right there. It's like, that's terrible. I mean, even terrible, more guns.
Hey.
I was like, damn, I gotta protect my baby
New Yorkers,
girl.
man, got no chill, man.
Then I, hey, what? woman to woman. She's a future woman. You're gonna talk to her like that.
I don't give a
That's
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
crazy. Well, her daddy's a bitch. That's what it's like. Don't make it about me though. A woman to woman though. You should tell her. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. Relentless, man. You gotta love New Yorkers, man. And they hate them at the same time because again, some of y'all be pulling out your phones, man. Stop doing that.
Yeah,
You know,
nah, for real.
stop recording if you're not a reporter. Leave that alone, man. We're not reporters. Let
Yeah,
the journalists and reporters do their damn job, man. Stop it with that shit.
Yeah, but
Record your family, having a
phone
good
is not gonna
time. Take selfies of yourself in the train if you got to.
escape. Gang.
Take pictures of the rats if you want to see the rats. But some shit's happening, man. Like, I'll be feeling guilty sometimes taking pictures where I'm catching people in the public. Like, when I'm trying to take a picture of something in public and, like, people get caught in the background, I'm like, fuck, I'm uncomfortable because now I don't want to make it seem like I took a, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very cautious of that, so I ain't trying to do that, man. Especially, again, so I don't see myself like somebody's going through something. I'm going to take my phone now. Like, shit, they're about to fight. They're about to fight. Like,
I do be pulling out my phone.
Bro, if I'm going to do something, then I'm going to do something. If I'm going to walk away, then I'm going to walk away. It's not like,
when I hear something, if it's like it's just capturing my ear, like, I can't stop hearing this fucking silly ass conversation. I get my phone, put it on audio, and then I put it right here. Because I be thinking, like, that these are moments that is so random and in the public that, like, I may never be able to. Remember the time I told you about the shorty? I wanted to capture that moment where she's dancing around the guy, and he's like, yo, chill. He's like, but I'm not touching you. She's around the pole, and that's her homie, and then, like, she drops her shirt, and she looks at me, mad close. She's like, yo, you got to do it. Remember I told you that? And she just left? That shit like that. I want to record that. That's crazy. Like, so
he want to put it in a future
at
album,
least audio,
a future mixtape
like
as an
that,
interlude.
Random shit like that. Where it's like, if you talking, if my ears capture it, then
that's funny.
And I hear it as like an art, maybe even.
That's funny.
Plus.
I know you will love that. We'll see, man. That sounds like it could be a thing.
Archive. I have a bunch.
You would have to organize it, man.
The pastors that be out there talking, I have all those things.
Oh, speaking of pastor, man, I went to church recently for Misa, and this is random, but I thought it was pretty funny because so I'm not gonna say where this church was, but it's a Catholic church. So we go, and then they kind of do the verse 1, verse 2, and then they go through the third one, the last one, and so then usually the pastor gives the lecture or the speech of the Misa, right, which usually has to do with the themes of the readings. His ass is going off, bro, low key on the church for like the misconduct in the church. So like he spends like 30 minutes, bro, like okay, when you come up in here to receive the bread, we have too many people that come up here and they do this. Well, what is this? What are you doing? Don't get on your knees. What are you getting on your knees for? You gotta receive, like, he's explaining. Don't get on your knees. And then some people I see, they cut in the line. They're going over here. They come. What is that? Ladies, we're trying to give you some bread. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to do this. It's called the communion. It's called this. And then he starts explaining, like, this is why we do this. You see this table right here? You don't touch this table. You got people that come up here and they try to touch these things. He was getting on people whose cell phones are going off. He was talking about, if you have a call, go outside or don't even come at all. You can't tell people you're coming to church for an hour.
The boy is fed up.
Yo.
It is.
And this is, so
they had a
now,
PowerPoint presentation ready.
So now me and, my sister, my mom were all there. We're kind of looking at each other because it's our first time in this church. We usually go to the church nearby, if we do, right here in the BX in Southern Boulevard. But we're going. This is a church is in Brooklyn. There's another borough. Right. Our first time there. Well, I feel like I've been there before as a kid, but
okay.
So we're like, is this what just looking around? Cause now we feel like we're getting like chastised. We're like, wait, did we do something wrong? Did I? You got people with hats on. I got my beanie on. I'm like.
What's different about us?
The usher came in and was like, "Oh, can you please?" I was like, "Oh shit."
The difference about us, bro. I hold that. Bro. I was at church and I keep my hat.
Funny.
I'm
like,
wow. Not a hat, but if I did this,
everybody's fed up.
I keep this on, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have the wrap around shit. I would keep it on, and like if they send me something, then I'll address it. But I wanted to be the person because my mom always do that. Always like before you go somewhere, prepping you like you're not enough. Like, you sure you want to wear those shoes? oh, you're gonna wear Crocs to church?
Yeah.
And, you know, they don't wear sandals. Anyways, Crocs is the same thing, Robert. It's that kind of thing where it doesn't get you to go.
Yeah.
So I started thinking like, obviously I'm not gonna go like fucked up,
Right.
but you know,
You're gonna
I'm
restrict.
go comfortable,
Yeah, and
bro.
then you're gonna restrict my.
I know
Yeah.
God wants me here. God didn't say come here in your best dress. Yo, if you don't got a tie, then don't show up. They don't tell you that. Like that's crazy. Like, so I'll be
That's a
like, we lose
contradictory
that
message. Yeah.
We lose that.
Yeah.
How can we lose that? It makes sense that we would lose that and then overlook. Excuse me, guys. We will overlook homelessness because like they're not up to our par of what we look like. That you know, a human who gets it right deserves something. Like do get up, man. Do it right. Like what you mean? You know, and it's wild. It's just wild.
Yeah, it happened. That's why I was like, look, I get you got a lecture, but don't take like people come here to hear the
Type of
word
respect
too.
to him for that.
Yeah, it's just the timing though. It's
yeah,
like because some
yeah.
people come to hear the word and it's like, look, it's a first timer. Like that's something you spend 10 minutes on
Yeah.
towards the end, and then you're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You figure it out. But like that whole thing was And again, he's going off additionally. Like it was very condescending. You know,
Yeah.
if it was more of a concerned person, although I was like, what the hell is going on in this church though? That he actually has to say something on a Saturday for 30 minutes.
That's why I respect it because
Like-
look, to cut a line that we're all supposed to be served. That's what he's saying. Communion. We're a community.
He was an asshole.
You don't-
I
you
wish
don't-
you would have seen him.
Okay.
Because
Maybe it's
even the way he was
wrong
kind of
tone,
like
wrong
his
tone,
tone, mannerisms, the
And
way he
time
was
and
shooing
place.
kids away. Like he had the actual kids as the helpers. He was like,
Okay, better.
yeah, bro. Like also like, give it like.
Okay.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Do his little. I'm like, yo, this guy's fed up.
Okay, yeah.
This guy's had enough. Like, get him out of
He
here.
just came from Christmas.
Yeah,
shopping.
clock out, bro. Clock out,
It's the
yo.
worst season for him.
But Rob, is what I'm saying. Go
None
back
of this
to
has
that.
to do with Christ.
We're all-
Mad.
We're all ending this year stress, bro. This is it's like so many. It's always balance, man. Balance, right?
Yeah, man.
The highs with the lows, man.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like every year, I do worry though that like again since COVID, and I've been saying it for years now that things are more intense for a reason, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still do think that's the residual effect of like having this disease that like this virus hit us that really wiped people out, you know. And again, like we got saved from that train in a way, right? Because I don't know too many people close to me that got affected, but I do know extended family members like my uncle's wife, who you know unfortunately lost him now, but she lost her mom, dad, and brother to COVID all in one shot, bro, within the same week. You feel me? To then 4 years later lose her husband. Like, you know, we're talking about people that are experiencing losses like crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then how many don't have family to still pull up to at least take them places, you know, to call them to say, yo, you all right? To pull up on them and just even let them know they're not alone, even though they're suffering from all these losses that make them feel alone.
Yeah.
And people were going through these things alone in their crib because they couldn't go outside because we were quarantined. You know what I'm saying? Like, that really was a problem, you know, that like 4 years later now you have a motherfucker who would light somebody on fire just because. And let me tell you, that kind of behavior, unfortunately, I'm seeing in the youth. Like, I'm seeing youth,
Yeah.
you know,
I hear you.
metaphorically.
But he was 33. He was younger than us, technically.
And I'm talking about teens
So I
who
know what you mean, but I'm
metaphorically
saying, like,
are
that's
lighting each
crazy.
other on fire for just to see each other burn. Like, seeing little behaviors like that. Like, yo, you really did that. Like, for what? And I do think is that residual effect, bro, of like going through such an event that had all these like things layered on top of it. Again, grief. We lost our freedom, right? Because we couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
We lost our sense of community because now we're all scared of each other. Oh shit, if you call for me, like, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, we all got it back like if nothing happened. And we all know that whenever you act like nothing happens, that's worse. You feel me? Like,
And now to your point, we may be seeing people reacting to like even fear of getting back to that. Because there is a talk about the market crashing shit happening, like things are not gonna happen well again. So now if they start talking about like we might, and right, they said, oh, last time
now we're scared of
Trump
financial
was
things
president,
happening.
and we
Yeah.
have COVID happen again. Oh, we might have that again. So after talking like that, now you know people are gonna not want that to happen. I asked myself if that man's mental health was so bad that he looked at this other person homeless and thought that there's no room for both of us. Like, fuck this person. Like he clearly saw no value in this person and lit them on fire. And thought that he could just leave because there's no value in anything. There's like nothing was like nothing. It means
There's nothing. Yeah.
It's not so like yeah. So I'm just gone. I'm just here riding the subway and they won't even find me because they don't give a fuck about us, right? but I need this space, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Just so yeah.
I can't have this person taking this space on this train. I need this fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where I'm at. That's great. It's wild. It's tough.
It becomes a very me
Boy, but it's
individual.
negative 20 degrees, y'all. Y'all better
And it's
help
cold,
somebody out.
yeah.
It's bad out there. Y'all better help somebody out.
So, yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, we in New York City, so love to have y'all in some warm climates, man.
Word. But listen,
Shit.
there's been storms and rainstorms happening, so it's just like really like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody going
DR,
through
right?
it, man.
DR got the rains.
Yeah, man. Everybody kind of going through. There was a fucking flood. You heard recently in the Bronx.
On the Bronx, I did
you
see
seen
that.
Dude,
Yeah,
what? That
yeah.
shit was crazy. Like,
Yeah, I was shocked. It was something
almost like
about
waist
sewer
high
pipe,
water. Yeah, waist high water. Like, what? I'm like, what
which
is happening?
Nasty.
Very nasty. Very nasty.
I'm like, oh god. I'm so happy I
Very
wasn't around
nasty.
that
Very
area.
nasty.
That's
Very
bad,
nasty.
man.
Um,
Shout out to us though. We began through the grimy shit. Literally. It's grimy out here.
Yo, oh man.
Ugh.
Yo, how you feeling, Rob? We're about an hour in. Actually.
Yeah, what
I just
time is
checked
it? I'm just thinking about
Oh, it's 6.
I
Yeah.
gotta go and venture
man.
off into
Well,
the city, y'all.
There's
Do
still
some
more
little-
time to do, but this
Ho,
is
ho,
fun,
ho.
man. Whoa. I'm gonna put on my camera the wrong way. I kicked it.
And look, they're going to see the bicep flex. You got flexing.
That's some other time.
Look,
so we
you
got
say you
some-
never wanted to show them your calendar.
Oh yeah,
You
'cause
see, it says
it says-
October.
yeah, it's a little blocked. We do have. Shout out to RBI. And check out the lives, man.
Gangster,
Those are fun.
yeah. DJ RBI on
DJ
TikTok.
RBI.
Mixy
on
Mondays.
Yep, on TikTok, man. He's probably gonna get on soon.
Yeah.
Mixy Mondays. He's probably gonna make some dope stuff this week for the holidays. So make sure to check that out. Some cool stuff. We make appearances all there. You know, Rob's on there. I'm on there.
Gang.
We got a good community building on there on TikTok. So make sure you check out DJ RBI. And of course, man, check us out. The ADF. Be sure to tune in. Again, hit the like button, please. It does help us out. So I'm gonna start saying it now. We haven't done that much promo in that way.
Yeah, like, subscribe, please.
But when you
know.
watch these videos and show some
Facts.
love, again, if you're too shy to leave a comment, at least hit us with a like. If you don't like to subscribe because you already subscribed to too many things, that's okay. Give us a like.
Yeah, hit us up, guys.
Hit us up,
we
man.
got,
Yeah.
between the both of us, bro. We got a lot of, I feel like I haven't talk about that COVID. I haven't tapped in with a lot of people, bro. Tap in, say what's up, say hi.
Man. Because of that. And so again, we'll be back on, man. The Manuscript is the 80th. You know what I mean? We'll be back for some more. And again, look out for those music streams as well. We're definitely on that. So.
Hegan, you already know, love.
Yeah, man. It's a good one, y'all. Hope y'all are safe out there. If you are in the East Coast, stay warm, man. Please have a good one, y'all. Be out.
Bruce.
This was the ending time.
Yeah.